Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Link to the Past Randomizer. This is the Tuesday, December 7th, 11 p.m. Eastern Time randomizer. Today is an open 7-7 seed, meaning our runners will be able to start from wherever they want in Hyrule. They will have to defeat 7 Dark World bosses, get 7 crystals, climb up Ganon's tower, and then defeat the Big Pig. My name is Claymore729. I'm joined today in the booth by Terry Pegula. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Claymore. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to get to watch this race. We got 4 streamers, and it's always way more fun with 4 runners. A lot to watch.
Oh yeah, and they're all forces to be reckoned with. We got Vextiver, Wannabe, and Roach, Hitman on Restream, but we also have a half dozen other runners behind them, running alongside them. We are just about to get started. We had a little bit of a delay in setup, trying to figure out the bots, but we are just about to get going.
Let's hope we get some nice divergence. See if anybody makes those bold plays.
And we're off. Divergence already. Vextiver starting the Sanctuary and getting that 3 bombs, which is going to be very important for him as he moves into Kakariko Village.
Yeah, that's nice to see, because got the other 3 runners might be heading up to Uncle and Escape. Probably not Escape, but it's nice to have bombs for that option.
And our first map check of the game, it is all blue crystals in the light world today. Hitman getting the bomb drop off the tree pole means that he is not going to be that far behind Vextiver in terms of bomb count. Vextiver was the only one to opt to take the Sanctuary North route to Kakariko. This divergence is going to be interesting. This early in the game, it probably won't matter too much, but it'll be interesting to see what Vextiver gets before everybody else.
Yeah, for sure. We know that he'll be coming back for it regardless, but it'll be... Right now, looks like it's paying off.
And it didn't really matter too much because we can see Hitman and Wannabe falling right behind. And Roach. Nothing in the standard opening, so everybody eventually funnels to Sanctuary.
Let's see what Blind's Hut has today.
The bomb drop is the crab drop is bomb 2. It's a very bomb happy seed.
Ooh, is that
Ooh, I think that's flippers.
Yeah, looks like flippers.
That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, for sure. Well, 4 maybe, but for sure.
Yeah, it's always possible that you're not going to need it with 3 blue crystals in the light world. Odds are not impossible.
Mm-hmm. We got that all-important baby shield for Vex to help block that 1 arrow as you're coming out of the dam.
Yep. We're not... Canaperna isn't unimportant. It's the first weapon we have.
I was just gonna say, that is our only weapon now, isn't it? I was just watching the stream on Speed Gaming 1 for a moment. It was fun. They found Master Sword and Tempered both in the well there. Oh, that's a good start.
That is a good place to find 2 swords.
What's Bottle Scammer have for us today?
More bombs. I wonder if this is going to be a theme this season.
Lana leaving a little frustration bomb there in the blind's chest.
I don't blame him.
Ooh, silvers? Oh no,
Nope,
that
was
10.
just 10
That was
arrows.
10. Whoop. Good call, thanks.
We should be so lucky.
Yeah. Ice.
Well, there's the ice rod. We're not going to be running a high roll looking for that this seed. Next for the first out of Kakariko down to the south end.
Big 20 on library.
Vexed for opts to check the race game before doing it. Some runners do, some runners just run it blind, and he's going to want that. So we're going to go run the race game. You have 15 seconds to get through the hedge maze to claim whatever item is there. Gonna save and quit, probably back to Link's house and take the South Shore route.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to go South Shore when you...
He was turning around and going back up.
Well, he didn't check the uncle yet, so...
Yeah, he didn't check the uncle, so he's probably gonna get this out of the way. He's still got some bombs, maybe he'll run through escape.
Yeah, for a player like me, South Shore gets intimidating without a sword, but I'm sure these players have no fears over that.
Certainly not, especially not with
Kane.
both rods and the cane in the pocket.
Yeah. Always great to see.
Pendant Turtle Rock for something on the pedestal is possible, but yeah, I wouldn't be so quick to cast Doom on our runner 7 minutes in.
So I did see Lana and Roach checked the lumberjack tree. Did we see Vex and Hitman check it out?
No, we have not seen them check it. They passed right by without checking.
So I want to get that Flipper's knowledge at some point, but
They probably don't think they need to check whether Aghanim is required while they still have some outstanding checks up here in the overworld.
Mm-hmm. I see. A shovel. Flooded shovel.
As I thought, Vex and Hitman are now doing the run through escape. Up here in the mini mortal cave, so far not very exciting, just a bunch of money.
Setting up the death warp here. Both of them.
Lana being moving up to take care of this very isolated check in the Ice Road Cave. And Vextifer and Hitman both taking advantage of the Death Warp to move back through the back to the castle. Now, it's interesting to note that in open mode, you do not get the courtesy light cone that you do in the standard. That is important to keep in mind because these checks are technically not in logic for these runners at the moment. Although it might be, I'm actually not sure. They might be in logic with Fire Rod to light the torches. I don't have a good read on that.
Oh, and a Bombos medallion in the back. Yeah, I wish I could tell you more about those torches, but interesting to see if that Bombos medallion comes into play.
And unfortunately, without that small key, the runners cannot get back to the back of the escape area.
Just found a bow on Lana's screen at the dig spot.
Ooh,
That
is good payoff.
For us. Yeah. And I missed what Roach saw in Agina's cave, but I don't think it was anything there.
It was a moon pearl, according to our truck.
Oh, it was? Okay, well, that's certainly something. Okay. Thanks,
So,
Chad.
And definitely important. And yes, Maddie Walkerd and Echo Heish are our tracker today, keeping us all on point and up to date on what our runners are finding. Landabine and Roach both going to make the Eastern Palace Sahasra play.
Pendant Skull Woods.
Green Skull Woods.
Yeah. Mirror in Saha's closet.
That mirror is a very good find early on. Hitman going to claim his bow as well.
Yeah, I'll be really interested to see if that escape play pays off with that Bombos. That'll be fun.
Yep. Without
Ooh, a flute.
Oh, the flute. Eastern Palace dive paying off.
Yeah.
And with this little in our pocket, Eastern Palace is really the only play our runners have at the moment. A very, very linear opening.
There's a bottle. Could Sick Kid have some progression for us today?
And we saw our first little exploitation there. Normally that room spawns 4 Stelphos, and you have to take them all out to unlock the north door. But the Stelphos spawn relative to Link's position. So if you... Not only do they spawn relative to Link's position, they also spawn triggered based on where Link is in the room. So if you can avoid triggering the Stoppa spawn until you can displace the spawn position onto, say, outside the wall or onto the pot in the middle of the room, you cut the spawns in half and you make it through the room a lot quicker.
I'm taking a detour to get some Zora money here.
Not a bad play. He is inches away from having it.
Both our runners smartly not going back to check the vanilla big key chest, which is where I would because they're counting their items and I never do.
Yep. When you've played this randomizer for a while, you can count the number of non-dungeon items that are in the dungeons. Map, compass, and small keys. And if you keep track of them right, you know you can eliminate checks that you would otherwise have to backtrack for. And at 15 minutes flat, Roach claims the first crystal of the match.
So what does Roach have left? We got a sick kid and a Zora, I believe.
Yep, that does sound about right.
Oh well, Roach did not do the back of Escape yet, well, Zelda's dungeon.
That's true.
Yeah.
But he's
Ooh.
probably gonna wait on it since it's only a few items.
The flute brings us to the mountain, doesn't?
Yes, it does. And with the mirror in our pocket,
yeah,
we can go to Tower of Hera and get a little ways.
some good game knowledge there. Selling that special bee to the bottle vendor. He pays for that, I believe.
Hey, I've never done that. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think you can bring him a fish.
Ah, there he is. Yeah, there he is. It just didn't trigger because he ran away real fast.
And a glove.
Oh, glove on sick kid. That's important.
Very cool.
Roach going to do his South Shore mini mortal check. And is he going to... Nice shot. And that last mini mortal, I'm eluding him for quite some time. And upper right Lanabean screen, we're getting the first look at those 3 chests in the back of Escape. What's it gonna be? Garbage, that's what it's gonna be.
Man, also selling the bee. Very good heads-up plays. I don't expect anything less, but never ceases to amaze me anyway.
Ooh!
Man, hate to see it.
Unfortunate.
Roach does not know that there is only 3 bombs in that ice rod cave, but I'm sure the thought will haunt him nonetheless.
Yes. And the dam, inside the dam had nothing important, and the shovel was sunk.
Shovel did bring us our bow.
Shovel did bring us our bow.
Oh, we got Red
Oh,
Crystal Swamp, Red Crystal Desert, or Palace of
Palace
Darkness.
of Darkness, Blue Crystal, Mizra Mire, and Ice Palace. Green Pendant Skull Woods, which we already knew, and Crystal Turtle Rock. So we will be seeing Turtle Rock. Luckily, we have both rods.
Saw the Pendant Thieves Town, and
We are seeing a Harapot setup. And when done properly, the Harapot will let you jump straight to next to the top floor in Hera Tower. Lana being only going for it once, it does cost a heart because you have to bomb yourself without the hook shot. Excellent use of the Can Burna.
so with that small key there, did we see? Yeah, we're gonna go to the basement. All right. Maybe a silly question, but why is Lana doing the basement before Muldorm? When I believe these are the last 2 items, would you not just check Muldorm first?
I guess Lana is feeling lucky.
She's gonna need the crystal regardless.
And we saw the flipperless, ooh, haven't seen that before. The flipperless check of the waterfall cave. If you have the moon pearl, but not the flippers, you
Ooh,
gain.
Titan's mitts on the old man.
Ooh,
Sorry to cut you off.
that is important. No, that is okay.
Brings us the Meyer area.
It does bring us to my area, and it brings us to Backdoor Desert without the Book of Medora. Well, for people with Titan fits. People with the Titan fits anyway.
I got distracted. I missed what happened on Lana. She did not fight Muldorm though, did she?
No, I don't quite know what happened to Lana.
Zora today's a big scam, given just 5 rupees for your 500.
Huh.
I wonder if she
will remain a mystery.
misread the map check. Perhaps saw a blue pendant in place of a crystal.
It's possible. Yeah, we will have to see what happens if she walks into either.
Oh, Sugar says no hammer or sword to do Maldorn. Silly.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. See, we get too deep into
Oh.
talking strategy. We forget the items.
Chat's covering me. Thanks. Woo. The hubris of the com to think he knows more than Lana. Oh. Certainly not the case.
I mean, we really don't have an excuse, but we have the tracker right there.
Yeah, right.
Hitman, the first into the Desert Palace Museum Maya area. Okay, Thieves Town, Turtle Rock, and Skullwoods are pendants.
See what our Meyer pendant or medallion's gonna be. And it's a bomb.
Bombos. We have that. What you just saw there on Hitman's screen is a weird interaction with the mirror. If you beat the mirror while you're trying to push a block in a cave, the game will simply remove the block from the world. And it's not entirely clear why that happens, but it's something you can take advantage of in a couple of locations.
I'm seeing Tekka in the chat suggesting possible ped hook shot. Yeah.
It's not out of logic. It could happen. We don't want it to happen, but it very much could.
Oh no, it's fun. Don't worry about being devious, because it may seem evil, but we love to see it. Now, we wish our runners all a very good time, but it gave us a good show.
Hitman
Oh, and that swamp crystal, by the way, worth pointing out.
Yep.
Does make it an Agaseed whenever we get ourselves a sword.
Yep. Those and not to mention Ice Palace as well.
Yes.
So yes, those slippers are hard required. And nothing of value on the Desert Torch, while Hitman and Roach both keep making their way through the dungeon. Don't have a sword, but we have the fire rod and the bow, both plenty enough to take down Landmos. Now it's straight to the back. Sank Heart in the chest game.
And you know that because it gave the full refill with it?
Correct.
I love learning.
It is the only heart container in the game that will do that. Hitman using the fire rod to take out my Mollusk. It has much faster travel time than the bow and does more damage to boot. Unfortunately, it does cost magic, which is a finite resource, and that hookshot on Pedestal Agreement has officially just died. Blue mail and a blue crystal on Glen Mollusk, Hitman claiming his second crystal. Want to be diving into Skullwoods. A common theme is to treat the front few chests in Skullwoods as being part of the open world. So you dive in here, at least in the front part of Skullwoods, whenever you're here, just because the chests are here and not that difficult to access.
Let's see if the smiths offer to temper the sword that Vex Tuffer does not have.
No, temper is hard though.
Temper is hard.
Vexter is now completing the Smith chain, dragging that purple chest all the way down to the desert. Check K45 on the way. It's got junk, but Vexter is taking it.
Ooh.
I'm going to be taking a bit of an unfortunate death.
Certainly is treacherous walking around the dark world with green mail and no sword.
Yeah, it's not exactly the best time. The linearity of the sheet continues with Hitman and Roach in Skull Woods. Blue mail was the drop from Land Mollusk. Making the interesting play of going into the back of Skull Woods. For the singular chest,
Is it possible to beat Moth with a full magic meter with just Fire Rod? Or do you need to get hits?
don't think so. And
that was some silvers in the
silver
hype
arrows in the hype cave. Not bad. If it's possible to defeat Mothula with just a Fire Rod, you're gonna have to rely on serious luck to not hit Mothula into the spikes. A quirk of the Mothula fight is that the if you hit Mothula into the spikes that line the edge of this arena, he takes no damage from the hit. The spikes deal class 4 damage, and Mothula is coded to not take damage from class 4 damage. But as Techie H is rightly pointing out, this is not a swordless seed, so our runners couldn't get to Mothula even if they wanted to.
Silly me. But thank you. I appreciate it, Techie Age, for filling me in. Hey, I'm learning too, so.
It's an interesting thought exercise, even if it's not physically possible. Very fast dig game.
I dug up the heart there. Maybe looking for some.
Looking for cash.
Yeah, looking for cash.
I missed what was in the bottom of a Paradox cave, but we got 5 more chests to check up here.
Hey!
First door at 3525. In Upper Paradox Cave. Could not have come at a better time, immediately enabling that bomb jump. Or at least making it easier to set up. Ooh, oh. Ooh, you hate to see it.
Another question here. The sword opens Misery Mire for us now, too, doesn't it? Because you can't use that Bombos without a sword, if I'm remembering correctly.
I think you need Master Sword to use Medallion, but it's possible you can use it with a Fighter Sword, but I doubt it. Apparently it's just a sword, any sword. But you would never know it in the base game because you need Master Sword to use the medallion that would normally give you bombos.
Thanks again, chat. Keeping me on my toes. And Tracker. I do remember in the swordless mode they let you do it with the hammer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's magic. It works, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Akuhush. We do need the red cane.
Chunk is in Super Bunny.
Mm-hmm. Getting our first look at Turtle Rock, and it's a Quake.
It is Quake, but it's pendant anyway, so only of academic interest. There could possibly be something in here, and the seed has been weird enough that I wouldn't be surprised, but...
Master Sword.
Second sword.
Cool.
Very nice.
And a cape. That gives us our flippers through Aga. No, we gotta get the boots to get those flippers. But we at least have Aga.
I'm not sure if Fire Rod puts Aga in Logic. You may still need the lamp. Oh, they have the. Where did they get the lamp?
Right. The lamp was on Spec Rocks.
Ah. I completely missed that.
They will not be able to kill that tree without the boots,
Correct.
but still. And this Harapot is very cool.
Nicely set up and executed by Vexter. With that Master Sword in his hand, Moldorm is going to be no problem. Well, I say that and then he does
I was
that.
gonna say, there's something about a curse, right? And no problem indeed. And Hitman's giving us a blind fight with the Cane and Burno, which is always a fun one.
Always good.
What does blind have for us?
Lunch money. And a red pendant.
Now, did we get both other items, or is something still hammerlocked in that chest? He does have a key left, so...
I do not have the skill to count items, so I could not tell you.
I'm only asking because I'm in the same boat. Chat will probably cover us on that one, too.
As Chicky H points out, this is the downfall for not using the pause menu, because then we can't keep track of what's been gotten. Oh well.
I'm thinking they must have gotten... most likely gotten items already, because Hitman and Roach both took the time to fight blind. Which maybe they wouldn't have if they...
If they knew...
if there was only a 50-50 shot, or... I mean, maybe they would have. They certainly wouldn't have done so if they knew that those were both a map and compass left, but... then again, maybe they would. Yeah, an Agate to Pod play.
Agate Pod could definitely do it. Hammer could very well be on that pyramid ledge, which would just be gross. Land being about to give us her land bonus fight without the fire rod, but with silver arrows. This should be no problem. Now, this is an interesting play from Vexter. He went back and he's finishing up Skull Woods for that green pendant.
Yeah. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it plays off.
Probably banking on Sahasra having something. Which is possible. I've seen crazier things. Land being about to make the play up East DM.
Yeah, this is a beauty of a seed. I agree. I'm happy to not be the one playing it. Xtifer's about to get that knowledge about the flippers.
He's gonna
See if
hate that.
he immediately makes the play to Aga afterward. Or...
I would. He still doesn't have boots, but
Yeah. It's gotta get done. So. Lana Bean getting her first sword at 45 minutes. And the other two players still without. Nobody broke to Hobo yet, and funny enough, I was just thinking about that. I have a funny habit of always wanting to sequence break to Hobo, but never when Hobo's in Logic.
yep.
It's like that Drake meme.
Hobo could be an interesting play, but our runners would have to remember that they can't get there yet.
How about a sequence break to Ice Palace? That should be possible, right?
It's theoretically possible to do.
You wouldn't want to do it without the Kana.
Would I recommend it? No.
No, yeah.
When we make reference to randomizer logic, the game knows where it has placed all the items in the game, and consequently the game knows where you can go obeying the rules of the game. But our runners can say heck to the rules and go wherever the game's glitches will let them. They have to remember how they got there, though, because if they don't remember that, they can follow the chain of the item they got out of logic, and it can lead them miles astray, and then they have to go recomplete the logic chain, and that can take them minutes out of their way. Or to put it more succinctly, as Evil Brian did, the logic's just a suggestion.
Vextifer is about to turn in our green pendant. Ooh.
Nope.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit. No biscuit this time.
So where do you go looking for those boots?
Pedestal.
Awful.
Yeah, I'm the worst. No, but we are going to get the Agatapod play. I agree with Techie H. It certainly seems right where you'd want to be.
Or, well, nah.
No, not where you'd want to be.
Where you have to be.
Phrasing.
And yeah, that was Surger132 who suggested Agatapod.
I just think that highly of you. No, but thank you, Sugar. Anna collects her third crystal. Haha. Yeah. I I took a guess at the pronunciation, but my apologies.
Roach about to get their level 2 slingy. And Vex about to go fight the wizard. Let's see how mean the wizard is today. Ganon has an interesting fight sequence. The first shot that he throws is always an energy ball that you can reflect back at him with the sword. These next three have a 50-50 chance of being a reflectable shot or a blue ball that wastes time. And his fifth shot is always a lightning strike from the top of the screen. Now, first blue ball of the match. Yes, Slider. Zora is a scam. 5 rupees. We're at 2 blue balls so far. There's our third. And our fourth.
Ooh, Maldorm giving Hitman a fall.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I was rooting for you, Evil J. Brian, with your 4 blue balls, guess. We see our 5th, and Aga goes down. And Hitman taking another fall. A little bit of bullying.
Oh, disastrous. And Vextiver up pyramid.
Vanilla heart piece.
Let's see if Hitman can clutch it out. Vex killed Aga because this seed is a hard requirement. Flippers are on the lumberjack ledge. You need those for both swamp and ice. Oh, he almost. Oh man. There we go. They got him. That was looking ropey. Also, yeah, we couldn't even get over the pod because we don't have the hammer. We have no idea where that is. It could be in here.
You know, something useful I heard a comm say on here once during the Maldorm fight is that the tail always follows the head in a pattern, which seems very obvious when you know it, but it never clicked for me, and definitely has helped me with my Maldorm fights to follow that pattern.
What pattern was that?
Everywhere Maldorm moves in a line, the tail always chases around exactly where the head just was, so when he makes a sharp hook or 180 or to another direction, and you always know the tail's going to swing around behind him, following the same path.
Ah, that is important to know.
I'm sure if I ever took a minute to watch some helpful guides on YouTube, I would have learned that much sooner, but... Hitman giving us a look into Caneless Mire.
If Vextiver does not find what he needs here, there are a couple more overworld checks he do. He can check King's Tomb and he can check Graveyard Ledge. Either of those two could also have something for us. Boots are still missing in action. We still need those and the hammer and the cane. We also need Quake, but we don't want to see that because that opens up, that puts Turtle Rock closer to the table.
Third crystal for Roach. Nicely done. Boots and Mimic, says Slider8183 in the chat.
That would be awful. Why?
We've got an Ether in Meyer. Doesn't do us much good in this seed.
It's a dubious utility. You can use it to gain a handful of seconds in a couple rooms with quicker enemy kills, but
hey, I still just use Bombos when I'm doing my Ganon tower climb right through that gauntlet because I have so many patterns to learn for this.
hey! There's our hammer. French Vanilla Hammer and Dark Maze. Oh, and the boots! I missed the boots!
Yeah, that starts to blow the seed wide open. And a powder, if anybody's a fan of fetch quests.
I am not. While Hitman moved through Mr. Meyer, still needs that cane if he wants to do anything. So he's going to back out.
And I believe that Boots and Hammer and Pod kills Head, if I'm not mistaken. No, we do need it. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, nothing of value can actually be on Pet at the moment. No. We're about to make the same plate Meyer.
So, where do you go after Pod?
With the items that we just got in our back pocket, first of all, I closed the overworld loop up at Graveyard. 2 items there, free.
In Graveyard? Yeah, we...
Yep.
Okay. I
One on
mean...
the ledge and one in King's Tomb.
Mm-hmm. Well, Vex did see Bumper Cave there too. That one's just a bottle. But yeah, I would go grab them flippers. And
That, yeah, that could be what he's doing. I probably would have taken from Pyramid of Power up to Graveyard and loop that in while I'm doing this.
I
Interesting
agree.
routing.
Yeah, great. Getting that ledge would be helpful there, but we know it's nothing. Boy, is it nice to have those boots.
Yes, indeed. Flipper play, and then I take Swamp Palace before Ice Palace, 100%. And bank on finding Candace Maria down there.
Welcome, Speed Gaming. Rating with a party of 92.
Welcome in. We are having a wonderful seed with an appropriate amount of sarcasm on that. The seed has been interesting so far.
So Hitman here setting up. Looks to be a
He hit the curd jump. And Tracker telling us that it was a vanilla quake at Catfish.
That opens up our total rock, but we know as a pundit there's nothing we need in there.
Yeah. Nothing we need because we don't have the cane. We're still looking for it. Now, Lana going up to kill Aga, which will give her Palace of Darkness access. Or, wait. Yes. That'll give Lana Palace of Darkness access to pick up the boots.
Yeah, and for those joining us on Speed Gaming, we did have an Aga required seed here with the flippers on the Lumberjack tree. And with Swamp and Ice being crystals.
We kind of need those. And the boots buried in Palace of Darkness. Yeah, the seed is in something. Not something good, but it's in something.
Yeah, you can say that.
Oh, hey! Roach is going to give us our first look at Hobo.
Certainly
Hobo has a cane.
Just a single rupee. I like doing that hobo check a lot more with the flute. Of course, we gotta save and quit out of there. It's just as good in some cases too.
I didn't know the bird would come under the ridge for you.
Oh, it doesn't come under the bridge. There's just the little patch outside I walk to sometimes. Or sometimes you can bring them in there from the dark world, but you need the flippers for that. mirroring in from that little patch.
And we are witnessing a diver down attempt from Vextifer, and he got it first try, make that look super easy. The water in Swamp Palace is very special. It's just a layer on top of the ground, and that layer-to-layer transition is handled by the stairs. So if you can you can clip yourself into the railing so that you jump off the ledge, the game doesn't trigger that layer-to-layer transition, and it just puts you down on the ground, which can be very useful for quickly traversing a couple rooms.
And to answer a question in chat, Marcus Schoon, well, as TechEH just said, I'm not certain if Hitman knows about the lumberjack flips. I do know that Lana and Roach both checked, and of course Vex already got theirs.
Nicely done.
Very cool. Very.
And Roach dropping in to take care of Montiel for that green pendant.
We got crystal number 5 from Vextofer. No, 4. I'm cannot count. Crystal number 4. Whew. I ask for your forgiveness, chat.
And Vexter making his way back through the palace to grab a couple of items that he left behind. Looking for that cane. He wants it before he goes to Ice Palace. I don't blame him. Now, interestingly, the diver down can also be used here. If you flood that key, normally you're kind of messed up and you have to go back and try again, exit the dungeon and reset it. But if you can dive it down in this position, you can grab that key and make your life a lot simpler.
Yeah, really good to know. I have certainly been guilty of flooding that key before.
It's not a good feeling.
No. Oh, it isn't that.
Oh. Back to the big key chest for Vextifer. You think it's in here?
Oh. I would like to see it, but no, I don't think it is.
Yeah, me neither.
We're out.
Yep.
Vex has not done desert. I do not believe. Or if they did not kill Landwell?
If Vex didn't do Desert Palace, then where did his blue mail come from?
Mm. That's true. That was a gift from Lamo.
There is another mail out there, so it's possible you got it somewhere else, but if you did, I didn't see it.
Mail was in Swamp.
Mail's in the first just in Swamp. Okay. Thank you, Sugar. Once again, chat keeping us honest.
Uh-oh.
And while our runners are running all over Hyrule looking for that red cane, you should look for their channels and give them a follow. They're putting on a wonderful show for us, and we wouldn't be here if not for them. So, great Antibob. The only reason I agree with him not going to Ice Palace is because Ice Palace at Canis Moria is kind of garbage. So putting it off to try to find Canis Moria is not an awful play.
Christopher picking up that Vanilla Quake, while Hitman fights Palmasaur. Silver arrows will make this quick.
Yep. Nice and quick.
What do you think's on that magic bat powder that everybody's picking up?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised at this point if it was the cane. Just because.
Because that's the kind of seed we're in.
Because that's the kind of seed we're in. The one location that probably everybody's forgotten about by now. Because that's just kind of the way it goes.
A mushroom to bring for the cane or a tablet. Yeah. Maybe that magic bat will give us a book to go check some tablets.
Roach, the last runner to close the loop and grab that powder out of the Dark Palace. And it remains to be seen exactly how awful the seed wants to be.
Boy, that turtle room in Pod is what always prevents me from being able to do this lampless. I just cannot do that dark turtle room. But
Those turtles are nasty.
yeah, obviously we got the lamp here, not an issue. And these runners can always do it. But boy, it's a challenging one. Hitman getting the news about the flippers. A few sword slashes there.
Not pleased. Not at all.
While Vextifer heads over to ice.
Unfortunately, relegated to ice, sentenced to Ice Palace. We're about to see a horrible ice palace.
I want to call it classic. Reminds me of the days before we had Icebreaker.
That was a very nice bomb play.
Yeah.
I'm sure our runners have forgotten the bat by now.
Yeah, some of them just did pod relatively recently. They're all still so close. But until that cane is found, could be anything here. Looks like Lana's got her flippers and headed right to Swamp. Roach heading to the village, possibly checking out the bat.
If Roach gets Cane of Samaria from the Magic Bat, he is going to take a significantly shorter time to run through Ice Palace.
Yeah.
It
Might
cuts the
avoid
dungeon
checking
up.
left side Swamp. Let's see.
It cuts Ice Palace roughly in half.
We have seen left side Swamp, yes.
Oh! There we go!
It is.
Magic
Ooh.
Bat was the play!
That does it. So that is going to help Roach significantly.
Roach remembered the bat, and it's gonna pay dividends when he gets to Ice Palace. Absolutely legendary.
And when Roach gets these flippers, that will be go mode.
And at 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 28 seconds, Roach is the first of our restream runners to enter go mode.
You can feel the urgency suddenly kick in.
Yep. Roach is just going.
Yeah. You'll just see Link's stress pulling on the wall.
Antiball pointing out, I have been talking for the last 2 minutes without my mic on. I am sorry. But Great Antiball pointing out that that Cane on Bat could possibly save more time from not having to full clear Swamp than it will from Icebreaker. I'm not sure the math on that, but I'm sure somebody does.
There's a tempered in ice.
So we're going to see Icebreaker here. Watch Roach's screen closely. What just happened was something we call the Icebreaker. The game will push Link out of a door until Link is no longer in the door and he's on the floor. But the Canis Memoria block has the interesting property that it can extend the horizontal distance that the game considers Link to be in the door, meaning that he will continue to be pushed until he hits the floor, which in this case is the block is just wide enough that that wall is just completely bypassed.
Nice cold stared fight. Going down. For now, crystal number 5, which I can say correctly. Hitman has that flute at the ready. If he gets that bat, might be right back in this. Decides to make the swamp play, which is probably the right call, but unfortunately the wrong one.
And yeah, as Techie H said, Vexfer and Roach were neck and neck, but Roach doing Thieves Town put him a little bit behind until he found the cane. And now he's just you saw him just fly through Icebound.
This is that temper sword on the way, but with those silvers, it's not going to be certainly that much of an issue.
No, definitely not. A runner as skilled as Roach is can definitely do as much work with the Master Sword as he could with the Temper. Yeah, there's that Malin Swamp. With that cannon in his pocket, Roach going to clear Misery Mire.
Miles, can you shed some light on what's going on there? Lana just let her shield get eaten deliberately. Does this have to do with the bomb shop in some way?
You know, I don't know. I don't know what the calculus is there.
Sure, that is some exploiter tactic that I'm not familiar with. Perhaps it has a role in this bomb dupe glitch that she's pulling off.
Lag reduction is also possible, but it wouldn't be something I'm familiar with.
Yeah, took a couple seconds to eat the shield. So it'd have to be significant, but I mean, it's coming from a guy who does not know, so. Vex heading into what he believes is his last crystal dungeon. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna find his cane here.
Unfortunately not. Roach, meanwhile, just gets blazed through Mr. Meyer. Unfortunately does not look to be the Godmire, so it's going to be a little bit slow. And the Godmire is simply referring to the absolutely optimal layout of keys, allowing runners to skip basically everything in the dungeon. It's very, very, very fast go mode.
Ooh, that's a nice wall clip there in the mire.
That is a variant of the cane door extension, not quite the same, but it has a similar effect, allowing runners to skip a significant portion of getting back through there. Meanwhile, Wannabean is heading through Ice Palace. You're going to see, again, just note the remarkable difference in clear time between the Wannabean and Roach as a result of Icebreaker.
Vitreous with the silvers. This one is just nothing but fun.
Absolutely. You could not ask for a better fight than having silvers. Now with Meyer in his pocket, Roach is now clear to proceed.
Vex going to the mountain.
Vex going back to the mountain. Ooh. We know this isn't where he needs to be.
What could he be checking here?
The only thing I think of is that he didn't clear the spike cave.
He did not. Okay. It's always in the last location you look, eh?
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I think all of our runners are going to last location that came to Samaria. Roach had the big brain play.
Vex headed to the bat and ran away.
Yup.
Ah, he had. I don't believe we've checked hammer pegs. Can do this into the bat. Smart play.
It's not a bad move.
Yeah. Ooh.
Rewarded with gold sword for it. So, Vexfer has gold sword and Roach is still unmastered. Probably not going to matter too much. It's not going to be enough to make up the time difference, I don't think.
Let's see if Vex's reaction here. And he's out. 131.29. Vextifer reaches go mode.
Roach taking out Swamp Palace. He is on his way up the mountain.
If anybody would like to put a number in the chat, we have between 1 and 22. I always like to go with number 8 there. These correspond to the 22 chests in Ganon's Tower, where our big key could be located going by Roach's count.
Mad Ewok Herd deciding to summon all the luck in the world and put it in number 1.
Crackers are such fun-spirited people. They're much kinder than I am. Let us hope. Tech EH taking it a step further and making a specific chest guess.
Yeah, I can never remember the numbers because runners go in different orders, so I normally put it in the double fire bar room. I think that's typically number 8, but I'm not sure.
We'll get the best of both worlds. It will be tile room, but somehow Roach will do it first.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I'll keep holding my breath on that one. Vextifer heading up the mountain, not too far behind. It's an uphill climb here, but depending on the GT routing could make a difference.
Right side.
Chest number 1. Small key. 2 is a bug net.
First to right and then left. Dark Magician strats.
3 is bombs on torch. Now, why is it called Dark Magician? I've always known it's called Dark Magician.
Dark Magician, because Dark Magician is the runner who popularized that route.
Oh, a little bit of lore for me today. Got 4, 5. 6.
6 and 7. Oh, right then left is not DM strat. What is DM strat then? I have forgotten. Ooh, oh, that's not where you want to go.
Is it lucky number 8?
Not unless you wanted bombs.
Extifer heading right on into the tower. Let's see. He plays it different. Not number 9.
Numbers 10 through 13 come up here in the rando room. So called because you don't go into this room unless you're playing a rando.
Well,
there we go! Rando
right.
room is the play, number 12. Legendary Moon. Congratulations.
Lana finding that book in Thieves Town basement. I might send her astray.
Ooh, it just well might. It's gonna send her to tablets. Or, heaven forbid, back to bed.
No, remembering that she's still got to check those hammer pegs.
Yep, and that's gonna put her to bat. And yep, she's not gonna get, tricked.
The Legendary Moon calling out the 12. Perhaps you already declared?
Yes,
Nicely done.
Legendary Moon was right after you declaring 12.
You win my respect. Lana's direction to this tablet tells me she did not mirror over to the bat while I had my eyes diverted.
No, same. I thought she was gonna pull bat, but and now that she has left the bat behind, if you had forgotten the bat, where would your next move be after either?
I had forgotten the bat. Well, what do we even have left? Has she dipped Meyer yet? Because I think dipping Meyer without the cane would be.
I don't think she has. No.
I would have to go into Meyer, caneless Meyer.
I hate to see it.
Give her a spike cave check first.
After beginning his trek through the gauntlet as Roach heads towards the final rooms of the climb.
Roach still checking a couple chests, at least the easy ones on the route. Possibly looking for that sword.
Possibly looking for the sword, looking for safety or two. I don't blame him.
Could be a half magic, who knows?
Or the mail.
Or a mail.
Oh, he does not want to take a fall here. Okay. And Great Intibot making a good point. Their race is not over yet. One or both of Rocher and Dexter could take a fall again, and it could spell the difference. Dexter's speed with the sword could be undone very quickly. And Roger's commanding time lead could be undone just as quickly.
Ooh, good triple there. Who would have known that Ganon was Ganon the whole time?
Absolutely inconceivable.
I'm sorry, Lord Body. Spoilers. Now, Lord Vadi is the name of the villain from the Game Boy game of Ocarina of Ages, is it not? Or do I have that backwards?
You have that. I think Lord Vadi was either Four Swords or Minish Cap. I can't remember which one.
All cherished games from my youth. All faded from my memory after having not played them in long enough.
Okay, it looks like he was in both Four Swords and the Minish Cap, so I was right either way. Good use of the magic cape to just juke that fire bat. This should be enough to. Ugh.
Oh,
Good lord!
That is one frame away.
Oh, that was close. And now Roach is in phase 2.
Oh, did I say Ocarina of Ages? I meant
You
Oracle.
did. You meant Oracle of Ages.
I certainly did mean Oracle, but oh, no good mistake goes unpunished. It's all
Or
in good fun.
unappreciated. And Lana not very happy with the location of that cane. She just got the cane, which puts her back on track.
One more silver ought to do it.
Runners are neck and neck.
Yeah.
And Roach puts his final stick in the pig. All he's got to do is cross the bridge boss.
Get those GGs in chat.
And that means Roach finishes first in the restream and first overall with an official time of 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 44 seconds.
With Vextifer right on his heels.
Vextifer finishing 20 seconds behind with a time of 1:46.04. Meanwhile, Lana makes her way to the final stretch of Misery Mire. Hitman finding his big key and ready to go. We are about to be joined by Vextifer. GG Vextifer, well done.
GG.
That was a fairly linear seed at the start, up until it wasn't.
Yeah, I've decided that of all Go Mode items, I really just don't like Samaria.
I don't blame you. Samaria can be in so many different places.
It's just, I just don't like it, because then you're always making the choice, like, you've got Mire to clear, and so you're like, well, there's only 2 items in there, I really don't want to go in there without being able to clear it, but I guess I'm going into there, and you don't want to go into Ice without Samaria, because it's just kind of slow. And so Samaria just sucks to look for. I really considered going to Magic Mat before going into Ice Palace, just as a one-off check, just flute 3, check powder, and be done. But I decided that was a bad call.
Yeah.
That's rando for you. You actually had you were in a decent position coming out of Aga and going to pod. You were the first runner on our restream to be making that play, and you were looking good there. And we talked about it. What do you do after pod? We and Chad agreed. Swamp Palace, probably the next play. I guess it was Bat, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah, so then I was like, well, if there was 1 item on left side, I wouldn't have gone, but there were 2, so I said, well, I have to go now. 1 item from Go Mode, I'm not leaving 2 items in left side swamp. And then I even went up to Spike Cave before I checked Bat. I cleared everything except for Thieves Town before. I basically last located it other than Thieves Town.
Yeah, but and still, it came close. It came close. We were wondering there because it was just some GT big key choices and routing there that might have could have swung it. It was certainly fun to watch.
Oh, did Roach do what, left side or Hope left?
Yeah, Roach dipped the first 2 chests and then ran left.
Yeah, I saw that. And then, well, I mean, honestly, the difference there was me 3 cycling Lambo 2 and failing on Aga 2. Even just that was bad. I had a pretty good gauntlet up until Lambo 2, honestly. But...
And we have Roach in the chat. Oh, Roach was playing with maybe a slight handicap. His headset apparently died halfway through. I hate to see it.
I mean, the other thing I kind of did, so I normally wouldn't go and play up to Hyrule Castle in an open seed when I didn't need to, and I still have all of South Shore and stuff, at the beginning, but I I wanted magic because I had both rods, and I was like, well, that's gonna make Mini Moldorm faster. I only had 4 bombs, so I went ahead and did Uncle into.
We had 1 sword in Hookshot Cave, 1 sword in Hammer Pegs, actually. And I don't remember where the other 2 swords were.
Oh wait, Paradox, Hammer
Paradox.
Pegs,
Paradox
Hookshot
and Ice
Cave,
Palace.
and Ice Palace.
Yeah, the play to the back of Escape. It was interesting because we saw you grab the bombos pretty early. We were waiting to see if that would come into play, which it ultimately was necessary.
Yeah, that was actually the other reason I went to Hyrule Castle. I was like, well, you know, I don't have a glove yet. The key might be in Dark Cross. I have logical Dark Cross with Fire Rod. So I was like, alright, well, I'll get magic and then I'll have Dark Cross and be able to do that. But like, I mean, you could have gone into Eastern pretty easy there without checking the shovel. But, I don't know.
Yeah,
Bad to leave that.
surprisingly no one did, but that's a really good point. Certainly something I might have done.
Yeah, I don't know who all checked Lumberjack at the beginning.
So initially, Lana and Roach checked it immediately. Their initial routing. You checked it not too long after.
That was pretty far after.
Yeah?
I checked it in Dark World after clearing all of South Dark World. Like, I did it on my second trip after I went to the back of Skull Woods and cleared it.
Hitman was certainly the last to find out after clearing just about everything else in the game.
Hitman dropping into Phase 1 Ganon.
Where was Powder? Was Powder in Pod? I feel like Powder might...
Yes.
Like, it was? Okay.
Yes. It was... I don't know the name of that room, but to the right upper side of Pod, in the back.
Dark U.
Dark
It was the room south of Dark U with the
The turtles.
bouncing spikes.
Oh, with the...
Yeah.
Oh, it was... Oh, Hellway? Yeah, it was Harmless Hellway.
Yeah. Get those GGs in chat for Hitman. And all these runners having entertained us well, putting on a great show for us tonight. Take a minute and give all their channels a follow if you'd like to see more.
Hitman finishing in 6th place, right behind Vexfer and Roach, with a time of 1 hour 52:53. Meanwhile, Lana Bean making her way through the gauntlet.
So I'll tell you, Vextifer, one thing I was hoping for you is you made a bold call to go kill Mothula and grab that green pendant pretty early on. Obviously it didn't pay off, but we certainly were thinking that if a Ped Seed came into play, you might have a leg up there.
Yeah, well, I kind of figured it, like, it almost couldn't be Ped, because it didn't feel like a Ped Seed, like, the whole time. Because with Tiara Pendant, it's hard for it to be Ped. It would have had to be Meyer Medallion, basically. I guess technically it could have been Clippers, but, you know, I found those immediately after, so I knew that wasn't a thing. I think the reason I did that was because I was going to do the North Dark World checks in that order. You know, thinking back on it, and what I really, after I fluted and went to run over to Aga after Graveyard Ledge, I kind of thought to myself, you know what, I shouldn't actually do this. What I should do is, I should actually kern jump and go over and do pod or do catfish into pod, and like possibly get the Zora area while I was there with the slash bleeding, but at least to go down to pod and check the pyramid ledge from that side. Purely because I knew that, you know, I needed boots. And I didn't have anything else left to check except for the pod area. And so it wouldn't have hurt me to just current jump over there. Because I could have routed that in with the green pendant turn in and all that stuff.
Yeah. We are going to be joined here by Hitman in the booth. GG, Hitman. Well done this seed.
GG's.
So that, how did you feel about that magic bat cane?
Yeah, probably should have checked it sooner, but figured I'd go with the dungeons instead.
Yeah, if you have a crystal dungeon, you may as well clear it. Usually works out pretty well, unless it's ice.
Well, I mean, ice wasn't even Samaria locked, which is kind of funny. You got all this.
Yeah.
We consider it Samaria locked, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and I felt good about the current jump to get the hammer out of pod until I got the boots and realized, wait, something could be on the lumberjack. And then there were those flippers.
Oh yeah, you never checked that early on.
Oh, so you didn't mirror over there and check it when you did the North Dark World?
Nah, it wasn't even on my mind since I didn't have boots yet. Probably should have checked it though.
Yeah, I figured when I checked Graveyard Lodge, since I already had the cape, I mirrored. That's when I checked it and found it. And then I decided not to current jump, which I really, again, I think I should have current jumped and went and got the pod stuff, because it was the only thing left other than Aga, and I needed boots. So they had to be over in pod. They had to be in East Dark World. So the current jump was the right call. You probably would have been in really good shape if you had known that the lumberjack was flippers.
Yeah, I mean, I checked it almost right after that. I did the King's Tomb, Bonk Rocks, and then checked the lumberjack spot. So it wasn't too bad, but still annoying. And then earlier I realized right after I fluted away that I forgot to do Spiral Cave. Luckily that didn't hurt.
I'm glad that we're both at least in the clear everything except for the Mario location club though. Actually, I think you cleared these down too first.
Thought about leaving after the hook shot, but decided to go for it.
Oh, you cleared it way early.
Yeah.
I found the hook shot and I was done.
Lana ended up going back to check the big key chest in the back of Thieves, too.
Lana
Unfortunately, didn't
going
find
for
this tomorrow either.
Lana going for the triple, not quite getting it.
We're at it.
But
Down goes the pig.
put Ganon down anyway.
What fun. This was all good fun tonight to watch. Hopefully it was as much fun to run. But
Up until Samaria, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And that's good for 7th place with a time of 1 hour 58:43. Well fought seed. We're gonna see if Lana will be joining us for an interview. And it looks like we have her in the waiting room. GG, Lana Bean, well fought.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
no.
Oh, moly.
Certainly an interesting seed.
How many times have you ever triple dipped a pendant dungeon for nothing? Oh,
That cane location got everyone
gosh.
except Roach. But
I could have sequence broken to East Staff Mountain, got my boots, got my hammer, and I decided not to.
It's always that one seed that you need to, that you decide not to do the fun strat.
I was convinced boots would be before Aga, and
yeah, also it was 45 minutes swordless for you. Our first sword was at 35, if I'm remembering correctly.
20 something, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, I went up to Dark Death Mountain too late, and after getting Aga access, I went to Aga too late, or didn't sequence break. There's just so many things that went wrong after pretty much getting Dark World access. So many things which went wrong. Oh,
That seems to be the story of the seed, and then things went wrong.
Yeah, I don't feel so bad when the first finisher is like in the 130s, but considering right after Pod you had your Kane access, but how many people are going to route that in right away?
You did show us some very cool techniques. I had a question I wanted to ask you. Something I'm just not sure of the technicals on. I noticed when you came out of Swamp, you deliberately let one of those shield eaters eat your shield before grabbing the big bomb. What's the mechanic behind that?
Nothing, I just hate shields.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta win back those lag frames, man.
Sure.
Bad.
No, that was somebody in chat said that. It could be a lag.
You'll see me in any seed race or not get rid of any shield I can. If I get mirror shield, I'm disappointed.
Okay.
Man. It's
Yeah,
just not
we were wondering if it was like a lag reduction strat or something, and we couldn't quite figure it out.
no, thankfully no strategy to it, just hoping it eats my shield. And it did, but yeah, it's nothing more than shield dislike, I'm afraid.
Strategy was providing amusement for Twitch, and that's what really matters.
Yeah, very true. At least I got, after forgetting I didn't have hookshot, at least the next time I went to Hero, I remembered I had hookshot. Got Hero Pot quickly. Got Hammer Yum quickly. At least there's that, even if I sunk at the rest of the seed.
Yeah. No, you absolutely did. Not to the latter part, to the former, getting the yums off. But
2 pendant dungeons. The only thing I hookshot Thieves Town. Oh my gosh. But it's 1 seed, and it's not a league. It's a fun race. It's for fun. I'm not all that disappointed. It's just everyone thinks could have routed so much better. And then the book. Rude book.
I said as much to Vextifer not too long ago that coming out of Pod there when all of our runners were having the hammer, the boots, and the powder, but the next play was probably Swamp or Ice. But
Well,
it was Aga to get the flippers, and then
and for most people it'll be Swamp because you're hoping to get Kane in there, and then it'll be Ice because you don't get Kane, and then it'll be a Kane hunt. People will go into Mire, not find it, and then start clearing overworld, and eventually first one to get it is the winner.
Good summary.
Yeah.
Like that's I literally was I was basically saying the same thing like immediately after we got it. I mean, a Kane hunt is basically like, well, this sucks because now I have to decide.
Right.
Do I ice without it? Do I go into Mire when I'm over here? Like, I don't know. It just sucky decisions without the Kane.
Pod destroyed my only hopes for a Ped seed. It was disappointing. I was like, well, maybe the pendants are worth it. Maybe it's a Ped seed. And Pod said, nah, I'm sorry. No. Oh my gosh. And boots only led to flippers. They weren't required for desert. They weren't required for GT. So the only use boots had was for the flippers.
mean,
Yeah.
and going fast.
Yeah, it's late enough that it really doesn't save all that much time. But at the same time, you could have sequence broken East Dark World, and you could have gotten your boots, and then done Aga, and gotten your flippers, and then God routed it, and suddenly go to straight down to Magic Bat because you know how to route. So, but that's one of those seeds you can't hope to route it great. It's one of the seeds you just gotta hope to route the best of anybody, and it's not gonna work out for most people.
Yeah, it's just one of those seeds.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold it against. I'm not gonna hold it against Sahabat. Why did they have to put Book in the big chest of thieves? I'm like, hey, maybe I'm safe. No.
Yeah, we did see that. I was thinking the book could lead you astray, but then there was relief when I saw you going over to the hammer pegs. And
Which
then
I should have routed in right after I did.
you know,
Something. I don't know. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
yeah, right.
I mean,
Yeah.
even if you do well in a seed, you're like, I could have done this and saved 3 minutes. And in this kind of seed, I could have done this and saved 25 minutes. Thank you guys, though, for doing this. I'm so sorry for the performance.
No apology necessary.
Not
I
at
love
all.
watching.
You're here putting on a show, and win, lose, or draw, it's always a good time.
Very true, and it's I'm not first, but I'm not last. It's for fun, and I enjoy it, and I thank you all the volunteers.
Yeah, I am just a fan spectator, and I've been watching all. I've seen you on the restream many times, and it's always impressive. So
I've been lucky the first few times I've been on this, but it's not this seed. Oh, thank you all, though. I appreciate it. My trackers and commentators and restreamers and all of you. You do an amazing job.
yes, thank
We
you.
appreciate you as well.
Well, happy holidays to you all. I'll call it here and continue doing my laundry and moping before I go to bed.
Have a good night, Lana Bean.
You all do the same. Thank you so much.
Good night. All right. Well, please do not forget to follow all of our runners once again. Always a great time, and our trackers as well.
Yep. Mad Ewok Herd and Aquahage today, they were keeping us on track and you all informed. And it's been me, Claymore729 in the booth, along with Terry Pegula, and I don't think there's a whole lot much more to say.
No, not at all. Happy
Don't
Hanukkah to all, and to all a good night.
Don't forget to follow the rest of our channel, Speed Gaming 236. If there's a game you would like to see done fast, odds are we have done it or will be doing it soon. So keep an eye on our schedule. And with that, I think I'll let y'all go. Have a good night, have a good morning, whatever time it is for you, and we will see you again next time.
Good night.